the face of death. I rule on earth. I win everywhere. God has come before. God has won it all. You're listening to Dominion Voice.
Then the third phase. The third phase of business is get a strong and stable, adequate business financing plan. You must have business finance plan. Now listen to me. The blood of every business is money, finance. If your business is starved of funds, it will die. It will die. So you must have a stable, strong, adequate business financing plan. Now, how do you want to start? Am I going to start with my own money? Then if it grows to some extent, I can now ask for funding from the bank. Or will I bring my own contribution and the bank will join to it? But I have looked at the first two, that this business is going to survive. It's going to survive. So you must have adequate financing plan in place. A lot of good businesses during the first 5 years die not because the business is not good, but they die because of recurrent expenditures. You need to pay staff. You need to pay bills. You need to pay your staff who are working or people who are working with you. All these things you have to put in place. Don't go into business and say, okay, I look at the profit alone. No, it's not enough to look at the profit alone. You have to look at it. Can this profit pay? If it's not going to pay my 3 staff, then let me start with my own, with just 1 staff. And then we'll run it like people who are desperate. So you have to look at this. And once your financing is in place, you can be very sure it will take a lot of stress off you. Then number 2 in this phase 3 is that find out the step required for licensing or getting the permit. A lot of people go into business and say, oh, we look at that business. But they don't think of what about the permit? What about the licensing? The example we looked at in Tuji's case is this. If he had to tell you that before you can say, okay, I want to go and do his business. He said, let me go and buy a truck. Is that the first thing to look at? Huh? No. The truck may be the engine of the business. But there are some other things that can kill it, that will not make it to survive. If you go and buy a truck on loan, you buy a truck and they say, let me put it out, and you now discover you have to get license. And then I say, okay, for you to put a truck on the road, you have to first of all get a class 1 driver's license. You have to get this insurance. You have to get that insurance. But all you were thinking about is, let me buy a truck. I also want to do haulage. No, you get stranded. So you have to find out what are the licenses that have to put in place. What are the permits that is needed for this business? Now listen to me carefully. Our brother Joshua will tell you. For you to get a permit, at times it could take you 1 year. Do you understand what I'm saying? For you to get a permit for any business, at times it could take you 1 year, it could take you 2 years. So you have to be there. You have to be there. And that is what makes the difference. For you to get that license, to get that permit, you have to get the permit, get the license. And for some of these licenses, they will tell you before you can get the license, we need to inspect the truck. So when you get to that point of that, then you go get the truck. You just don't buy truck and keep it there, and interest is accruing on the outstanding in the bank. Are you there? You understand what I'm saying? Or they want to come and check, and they say, okay, we're going to check what you want to use for the business. It is when you get to that point, you can get your pre-approved in the bank, but you have not drawn that money. Because once you have drawn that money, you are already, the interest starts counting. You have to pay the interest. You have to pay. So you have to wait till the point when you say, now we want to check this. Then you can pull it. Once you pull it, then you are closer. You have saved yourself a lot of money. So permits. Find out the steps required to get your licensing and to get your permit is important. And then lastly, on phase 3 is to mitigate risk and shock. You need to buy insurance. It's important. Now, don't just say, I'm a child of God. Man de capo shapruna handia. Truck, you will not have accident. In the name of Jesus. Yeah. It will not have accident. But you know what? You can be on your road and there will be some crazy people who will come to you on your own road. You could be very careful. And some people are not careful. You could be driving in a snowy period and there is black ice on the road and you have to slam the brake. The reason why God puts brain in our skull is for us to think. If we don't need to think, then we don't need to have brains. So you must buy insurance. Insure your business. For that level of for the level of the business, insure it, and as it expands and grows, don't forget, expand the insurance as well. Are you there? Increase the insurance as your business grows. It is very, very important. For example, I have a life insurance. Does it mean I'm going to die tomorrow? No. I'm going to live old, very, very old. I'm going to live old. I'm going to be the person that will, myself and Tinu will grow old. Amen. We'll use each other, we'll be old. Even if by the time I've left and she's still around, if anybody wants to come and say, hey babe, we want to marry you, I would have gone far to use her. So life insurance, please. It doesn't mean you are going to die. It doesn't mean you are going to die. No. Have a life insurance. What if God says he enjoys my fellowship and says, son, I want you to come home? Would I say no? No. But what does life insurance guarantee? Now you have a mortgage. If by the time if God decides to take you home, your family can pull your life insurance and clean off your mortgage and they have a shelter over their head. They don't need to bother about mortgage again. They don't need to. You understand what I'm saying? So it is extremely important. If truly you love your family, you love your children, it's good to have it. And if you know you need so many things, more things, find out from the specialist. Okay, this is my life insurance. What are the ones that are redeemable? What are the ones that are not redeemable? Okay, from this life insurance, please invest this. And eventually, if I decide I grow old and I'm not gone home to be with the Lord, I can pull the investment portion of my life insurance and use it for myself. I'm not lost. It's a win-win situation. So buy insurance that are important to mitigate risk and shock. And you know one thing, when you have insurance in place, you are at peace. You're able to think well. Do you know that when you have money, or you have a good insurance, and you are secure, if anything goes wrong, you are fine. You are able to think creatively. But when you're at an edge, you are always praying, oh Lord, let this not happen, let this not happen. No, you can't think well. Be at ease. For you to be able to have creative thinking, you must be able to have a clear mind, a clear head. Phase 4, which is the last phase. The phase 4 is marketing. Phase 4 in business is marketing. Though you might have started marketing from the very onset, when you have made up your mind, this is the business you have to do, you have to start talking to people. You might not start fully. For example, assuming I want to start a laundry business. When I meet people, I could have had my complimentary card, my business card. I start telling people, even though I've not gotten my machine yet, I'll tell people very soon I'll be opening a laundry. I'll be opening a laundry. So I'm already singing it to people's ears. They're already listening. So, okay, he says he's going to start a laundry. That means I need your patronage. But you have not started. But by the time you have put all these things, I've gotten your license and everything in place, then you go full blast. You have to start marketing. Market, make it intense. Once you start marketing and you start having patronage, you have to set up a system for how you intend to employ and put your staff. Learn how to hire and fire so that you find the right people to align with your visions and with your values. However, be careful for reputational risk due to high turnover. If you have a business and you're always, the high turnover, people go to the market and people go out there and begin to talk ill if you're not careful. So you have to be careful for reputational risk for that. Then number 3, you must be able to train people. Talking of phase 4. Now you have hired people. People are now working. You must be ready to train people. Invest in them. Train the staff. Invest in them. Pour out your vision. Totally. Now, if you talk of Dominion Voice, for instance, it's an organization. What is Dominion Voice? Primary area of focus. What's it? It says raising people to dominate. And also raising a people of class. Empowered to dominate, raising a people of class. When you look at everything that Dominion Voice does, it is to empower people. And then after you're empowered, raising a people of class and distinction and excellence. Raising the people of class. So your vision, your mission statement must be clear. It must be clear. It must be clear. When they mention your company, what comes to the mind of people? Boom, right there and then. It must be clear, and it must be very, very clear and audible. So you have to train people. You have to invest in your staff. You have to keep talking to them. What are our values? What are our values? What are these? Integrity, care, love. You have to keep telling. Let them know the values, the culture, and the vision. This can be, at times, this can be outsourced. Maybe recruiter and all can be outsourced to a consultant. And then lastly, get a good business record system. That is where a lot of people miss it. When you don't have a system, and the best way to keep a system is automate it. Let it be automate your system. Put it in the lab, in the computer. Once it's there, you can now play around with it. Because once I put in this, it's just like when you format on Excel. You change the figure here, what happens to the other figures? Everything changes, and then you get there. For us who know how to use Excel, once you change something here, everything changes. Why? Because you have created a system on that Excel. Once you change something here, everything is there. So you must create a system. Why do you have to create a system? When you create a system, the system will outlive you. It will outlive you. Number two, when you create a system, you have peace of mind. Once the system is well tested and trusted, you have great peace of mind. It is very, very important. Create a system and don't let the business grow so big that you are now looking for an accounting software. You are looking for this. No. Right from the onset, engage this software so that you can tidy up yourself. Because government may come to ask you questions. You now don't start running up and down and saying, oh, what do we do now? No, it's not what do we do now. It's what system have I put in place to be able to answer any question that is posed to me. Now we have looked at these first phase questions. Now I'm going to run. What are the caution? He talked about it. I'm going to run through the caution because it's very, very important. Number one caution, when you are starting, number one, picking the wrong business. Pick a business that you are passionate about, not just because of money. Pick a business that you are passionate about. Number two, making the perfect plan. This is a caution. Many of us, we think this plan, business plan must be perfect. Please, no matter how much you make the business plan, it will change. It may change. It's not static. Making the perfect plan, I want it to be perfect. If you're waiting for it to be perfect, you may never start. So, making the perfect plan, this may hold you back as you wait for everything to be in perfect position. If you're waiting for everything to be in perfect position, you will never start. Number three, spending money. Do not start spending money from the onset of your business. No. You have to focus on what I would call hustle. Those that want to start business and then are thinking the first thing is, I want to go and rent an office. I want to go and buy all this. No, that's not the starting. The starting point is what we have looked at earlier. So when you are starting a business, the first thing you are going to think about is spending money. No, you are getting it wrong. You're getting it wrong. The first thing is hustle. Talk to people. Make an impression. Make an impression of what you are going to do. Talk is cheap. Am I right? But it's most effective. I can talk to you. This is what I want to do. I want to start this business. So you have to start with your hustle. This is what I am doing. If it has to do with people, talk to people. If it has to do with government licenses, start talking. Don't start with spending money. No, don't start with spending money. Number four caution when you are starting business is trying to do it alone. You cannot do it alone. Bring people along. When we talk of bringing people along, there are two differences in bringing people along. Do you want to bring people along in the structure, or do you want to bring people along in terms of employing? You have to make up your mind. If you are bringing people along to be an equity owner, a part owner, is different from bringing people along for employment. So you have to make up your mind. Now listen, if you say, I want to start business, let me first of all start it alone. Business does not run that way. No. You have to start with people. You have to bring people along. Then number five, jumping into wrong partnership. That's another caution that has been mentioned earlier. Do not move with people. Don't be moved with people's sweet mouths. Oh, when I ran that business, I did this. There may be so much sweet mouth, but when you listen, please listen carefully. Be willing to know each person's commitment. Now, this is very important. Let me quickly tip this in. It's like, I had a story some time ago, the chicken and the pig, they wanted to start a business. And then they now say, what is our contribution? The chicken said, I will contribute eggs. And he told the pig, you are going to contribute pork. You understand what I'm saying? Now, listen, to get an egg, are you there? The chicken just needs to lay the egg, he's still alive. But to get the pork, the pig has to die. Are you there? So you have to know, and this has to be explained clearly from the onset. Now, if your partner is bringing an egg and is requesting for a pork, is that equal? No. That's exactly what happened in Tuji's case. Tuji was bringing the pork. The other partner was bringing the egg. And you expect them to still be at the same part. Will it ever work? No. Because he's putting his whole life. You have left your job. You have left everything. You are putting your whole life into it. You are giving the pork. And for you to give the pork, that means you must do what? You must you must die first. You must die. For you to get the pork, you must die. The pig must die. So it must be sacrificed. And if you are just laying egg, you lay egg this morning, you bring it, you can lay another egg tomorrow. So you must know exactly what you are bringing. So when you are bringing into partnership, ask each other from the onset, what are you bringing? Are you bringing your skill? Yes. I also will bring my skill. But in the event that I have to bring my whole time into it, what is going to be in it for? What's going to be? So that once you note it, always put this at the back of your mind. The egg and the pork. Ask, are you bringing an egg or you are bringing the pork? Are you bringing the pork? Number 6, caution. Operating in a bubble, you have to get out of your comfort zone. Stretch out yourself, acquire knowledge, read, get out of your comfort zone. Now listen carefully. When you start, you have to dip your hands in dirt. You understand what I'm saying? You got to tell your hand has to be soiled. You have to be out there. You will be the person that will pick the phone. You will be the receptionist. You will be the marketer. You will be the salesman. You will be the director. It depends on who you are talking to. When you are going for a big meeting, you dress in your suit and then you go there. Say, and then when you are talking in that business, well, my secretary will get back to you about that. Who is the secretary? Okay, my secretary will get back to you, and then the board will meet, we will deliberate about that. Who is the board? It's you. The board will meet, and then we will come up with a decision. Okay, and then our driver will pick it up, we'll courier it to you. Who is the driver? It's you. So when you leave that office, you remove your jacket, you put on a jeans and a t-shirt, and you get into it and you drive, you go and deliver. And then when it's time for the secretary to talk, you can call my secretary, she will pick. When the phone comes in, who is the secretary? You pick the phone. Hello, yes, this is A, B, and C company. How can I help you? Say, can we talk to the director? Okay. I'll tell him to call you back. You drop. Wait for your time. You pick the phone. Yes, hello, this is the director talking. It's still the same you. But as your business grows, then you begin to bring in all these people and grow it together. But if you want to stand on high horse and say, I'm going to start, you are wasting your time. You're not ready for business. And then number 7 is starting a product. I will always encourage, start with service. Don't start with money. Like I said, don't start with product. Some people are good. They say, want to start a business. They say, let me go and put everything in the warehouse. You want to go and get a warehouse. You have not gotten somebody to sell it to. You want to go and get everything on Amazon. Then you say, put it in the warehouse. And I will start market. No. It doesn't work that way. You must be able to know exactly where your market is. Know exactly what you are doing. So don't start with material things you want to buy, but start with service. Go up and down. Start with service. Service is free, but it's rewarding. Now, quickly, lastly. What are the top business ideas? I'm going to run through this. Now, listen to me carefully. I went through to do a bit of research to look at the top businesses that is trending here in Canada. Some may be applicable, some may not be applicable, but you have to find. Number 1, starting a co-working space. I never knew that's the business that really thrives here. That is, you rent a place and you make it as an office, and people can just come and use it as an office and use it as an address to collect their mails. And they will come in, have meetings. People will think it's their office. And then after they have left the cubicle, their office is closed. Another one comes. So co-starting a space, a co-working space, getting a space that you rent, and then several people can work there. That is a very good business that I learned that is thriving very much here in Canada. So people can just rent hours and you see it running all through. Number two is posture correction. I never knew that. Posture correction, correcting your posture, how you want to look, posture correction. Number three, a fitness app or a fitness space. Everybody wants to be healthy. Everybody wants to look thin. Everybody wants to jog. A fitness place. Then number four, men's cosmetics. I said, what? You mean that's a good market? Now, when you look at all these things, they are very, very small. Shaving kits, blade, just men's cosmetics. I learned it's really a thriving business here. Then number five, food truck business, or healthy fast food. You get a truck, you cook a particular food, you drive your truck to downtown, get a space you park, open your tent, and then people come and buy food, burger, whatever it is. You can even customize your own. Maybe you want to make some African food or Chinese food, and then you have your customers. And at times, when people come over and over again, you can tell them, well, why don't you stay in your office? I will come and deliver it to you every day. And then that's expand the business. At the end of the day, when you close your shop, and you get into the car, you are the driver, start your truck, and you drive your truck home. You're not paying for shop. You're not paying for anything. You just park your truck. All you're doing is cook. And that's it. Food trucking business. Healthy food. Number six, financial services. Dealing with money, lending, services. It's another very good business. Number seven, reusable bags or recycle. Number eight, child and youth care services. It's a very, very good business also. And then number nine, smart apparels. Little things like, what's it called now? Your shawl, your hoodie, all those small. They look very, very small and very cheap, but the profit is in the high turnover. And then number 10 is traveling consultancy, that is online booking. Just go on the internet. You pay for your internet, and people begin to call you, and you sell tickets and all. You are not leaving the comfort of your house. You are not renting a space. You are not renting an office. Or if you are not office, you have tons of customers, all online. They don't need to come to your office before you do it. It's another very, very valuable business. Now, all these are the 10 that are trending in Canada. There are several that may be trending in different places. But you know what? I've exceeded my time. Number two is posture correction. I never knew posture correction. These are people, now I see a lot of companies now, they will tell you if you have back pains and all those stuff, you can do a table that you can stand and you will be walking on the table to correct your posture correction and all. These are the ones. But from all these 10, there may be none that is relevant to you. But there is something you have to go and find out and create a niche for yourself. Praise the Lord. Amen.